Hi guys, my name is Allison. I'm the operations manager here at PrideRock Wildlife Refuge, where our mission is to prevent animal cruelty by providing a safe and forever home to unwanted and abused wildlife. Today we will be answering some questions from J.W. Long Elementary School, because it is also our duty to inform and educate our community as to why we are here and why we exist. Here at PrideRock Wildlife Refuge, we are home to 3 North American black bears, 16 tigers, 3 lions, 1 hyena, 2 bobcats, and 4 wolves. So I received a lot of questions about what and how we feed the big cats here at PrideRock Wildlife Refuge, so I'm going to show you. And I'm going to kind of explain things as I do so. So we start off with pans, and it has this kind of meat in it. This is AAA meat that we purchased, and we get a truckload of it once a month. Now AAA is cows and horses that all died of natural causes in the wintertime, and then it is processed, and then all of their needed vitamins and minerals are put into that. Now, trying to get big cats to eat this and this alone is like trying to get you guys to eat your broccoli. Now, it's very healthy and very good for them, but it doesn't always taste the best. So we pad it out with chicken breast, which is Tiger's favorite, and different roasts and steaks and stuff like that, the same kind of stuff that your parents buy from Walmart. All right guys, now these guys are ready to eat, so we're gonna show you how it's done. And you'll notice the feed slots. They're safety slots, that way I can give these guys their meal and they can't get to my hands. And once the pan is in there, then I can pull this top lid. And see, I never have to come in contact with the animal, and they cannot come into contact with me. Now sometimes it's like a flip of a switch. Most of these animals are pretty cool all day long, but when it comes to feeding time, they have the tendency to go back to the wild. Now these 3 girls are actually pretty decent with each other, but it doesn't always go that way, so you have to be prepared. Come here, Nick. Good girl. Okay, so another question I received several times from every classroom was what bears do all day and what they do for fun. As you can see, Rowdy loves to eat. And the cool thing about bears is that they can eat everything you can eat except for chocolate. So the enrichment is really easy on bears. We give them all sorts of different stuff around their pen, whether it be pumpkins or fruits, vegetables. We bury some of their food and let them go out there and dig around for it and smell. They have incredible noses. They can smell anything. They also love pumpkin pie and apple pie and all the desserts that you like. At holiday time, we go above and beyond to give them just the full Thanksgiving experience with desserts. All right guys, so this question comes from Miss Calvio's class, and the question is, why do animals need rescuing? Well, Here at PrideRock, we rescue animals for a number of different reasons. These are dangerous wild animals, and there's always somebody out there who thinks it's cute as a baby, but once it grows up to be a 500-600 pound cat, it rearranges your house without permission. And PrideRock has rescued animals from circuses, from zoos, from private owners, from other sanctuaries that bad times struck, all sorts of different reasons. Now, for example, Raj here, he came from a circus based in Hugo, Oklahoma. And the reason that this particular circus decided to surrender him is because Raj here was a young man with a little bit too much attitude. He was completely unworkable. And when I say workable, it means a human being really couldn't tell him what to do because he's a tiger. This question comes from Emily of Mrs. Timmons' class. And she asked if a tiger's stripes are really skin deep. Well, yes, in fact they are. You could shave a tiger down with a razor and he would still have stripes. Their stripes are kind of identifying marks, kind of like human fingerprints. No two tigers are the same. Another fun fact about tigers is that a tiger is such an adept hunter that it can hear a heartbeat or smell blood from about 20 feet away. This question comes from Abraham from Miss Marquez's class. And Abraham wants to know, how long do big cats live? Well, this is Leo right here, and Leo is actually 20 years of age. Now, in this field, if you make a big cat to 20 years old, you did a pretty good job. I mean, that's typically their lifespan. Now, you can see Leo's still up and at 'em, and he is 20 years old. Leo here is a kind of a special lion, though. He's actually 100% extinct in the wild already. He comes from the northern coast of Africa, from the Barbary coast, and Leo is a Barbary lion. One of the distinctive marks on Leo, or kind of a telltale sign of a Barbary lion from your typical African lion, is that his mane actually starts at the top of his head and doesn't end until it gets to his back legs. All right, guys, so we received a lot of questions about how we transport animals and how we get them to the vet or get them to PrideRock. So I wanted to show you a little bit of this situation. All right, so this is what we call a roll-around cage. This one in particular has a couple different features and functions. Now, typically, when we're at a place where we're bringing in or rescuing an animal and bringing it to PrideRock, normally this locks in with chains to whatever existing enclosure they're in. And then we have this feature here. It's a guillotine gate that lifts up, and we tie off with a slip knot. That way it's quick to pull and drop down. And to get them in there, we have a feed slot here where we would bait them in with food. Now, worst case scenario, and the last thing that we do when we try would be to tranquilize the animal, which means to make them go to sleep. And once they are asleep, then men would go in, lift the animal, and put them in this roll around. Now, this roll around, when that case just so happens, this entire side lifts up, and that way we can manipulate the animal in manually. And after the animal is secured inside of its roll around, then we would roll the roll around into this trailer and strap the roll around to the side. That way it is secure during transit. All right, guys. Thank y'all for joining us, and I hope I answered a lot of your questions. If you want to learn more about the animals or PrideRock, please check out our YouTube and our website. I hope you have a wonderful career day, and we'll see you next year.